Kingston National Bank was founded in 1909 by local businessmen. The concept of a local bank supporting our community's financial needs with local decisions made sense. This is Phil Evans, President and CEO of Kingston National Bank. I invite you to make KNB your bank. We continue to make local decisions that benefit our communities. Experience innovative products and excellent customer service. When you need us most, you can count on KNB, our community, your bank. Kingston National Bank, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
We got Matt Bruning, Press Secretary for the Ohio Department of Transportation, and which ward council?
Third ward.
Third ward councilman.
Mighty third ward.
Gunnar Barnes.
Mighty third ward.
I don't have a third microphone for Gunnar.
Sorry,
you just talk really loud.
Yeah.
That's
I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
Just
Listen
yell at
to
me.
him for city council.
Why not? Everyone else does.
So we were talking about this big monstrosity that's in
Yeah.
front of us here. This is called a what?
So this is a paver. It's a concrete paver. So they will put the concrete into this, and then or the cement into it, and it lays it out, paves the road with it. It is 22 feet wide. They will add 2 feet to it once they get it out there and do some additional paving. But this allows us to do the paving much quicker, which we'll
Nice.
be able to do here on this section between Stewart Road and US 35.
So they're probably used to doing airports and that sort of thing, and
Yeah.
wider stuff like what we have here in front of us.
Yeah, and you would see this on like a major interstate route like I-70, 71,
Yeah.
and this is obviously a pretty wide section that we have to do here. So they tell me this actually came from a paving job up near Rickenbacker just this week. So, yep.
Sounds like they know you're here. They're sending sirens.
The emergency crews are heading up, and thankfully we have 2 lanes of northbound traffic so that
that was a concern
some
when
place
all
to
this
go.
work started. Everybody was like, what about emergency traffic and so on and so forth. We're
And
seeing
you can
it
see
at
if we-
work right now.
Yeah, I mean, if we only had 1 lane in each direction, where would that fire truck go?
Right.
He would have nowhere to go. You'd have to hope that everybody coming the other way stops, because this configuration does not have a shoulder, so there's nowhere for that northbound traffic to go were it not in 2 lanes. So you just experienced why it is important to have 2 lanes of northbound traffic going.
Once again, the voice of reason, the voice of common sense, Matt Bruning.
I do what I can. All right, you want to take a walk?
Let's take our venture.
Let's take a walk.
We're walking North Bridge Street.
Well, there's been a lot of work done, and we've got a lot of work yet to do. But here at Stewart Road, you can see they've already taken out, obviously, all of the pavement, the old pavement for Bridge Street. And they've put down a base of rock and compacted that. So this is just the base unit, or the base layer of roadway here. They'll lay this concrete on top of it. The concrete will actually come up to the yellow string that you see here. So that'll be the height of it. So you can see just how thick of a slab they'll be pouring here.
13 inches, wasn't it?
13 inches from the dirt up. So the concrete slab itself won't be 13, but the roadway, which is what we're walking on all the way to that driving surface, will be 13 inches. And if you look over here, and we'll have different locations along here where we can show you the layering, you can see the original Bridge Street that was there in the 1960s, and then the top layer of asphalt that has been replaced multiple times since the 1960s. That's that driving surface, and that's what had to be replaced. So that's the big difference between this project and, say, the project on 2335 bypass. That's a simple resurfacing, and I say simple, there's nothing simple about it, but relative to this, it's a simple resurfacing where they mill off or grind off that top driving surface a couple inches, and then they replace that with new pavement. So you're still driving on probably the original pavement of the bypass, but a new surface of the bypass.
So what we are walking through right now will all be covered in concrete before too long.
Yep.
And then once this is done, we'll start working on that portion,
That's
right?
Yes, that's right. So what we're walking on now probably won't see the light of day for another 50 to 70 years once they put that concrete base down.
We won't be alive.
We
Well,
won't.
I won't be. You guys might be.
They got to be pushing it to see the next time we do Bridge Street here. But you're right. Northbound traffic will be shifted over to this section of roadway. So again, we have to maintain 2 lanes of northbound traffic at all times. So that will be shifted over here, and then they'll begin work over there. Not only are they tearing all that up, but you know, we're going to add a 3rd lane to northbound traffic from Stewart Road all the way through the duration of the corridor up to Chillicothe Mall.
I was waxing nostalgic the other day about when we used to do a radio show on top of that building.
Oh yeah.
And on top of that building, and on top of that building.
Oh man, those were some fun broadcasts, weren't they?
Early 2000s, yeah.
Tracy Taylor nearly falling off the top when he was laughing so hard. Yeah, those were some
wonderful memories.
Those were some great memories.
So what's the cost of this project?
So this whole project is about $20 million. So, you know, Gunnar and I were talking earlier. You hear people all the time say, nobody invests in Southern Ohio, it's all going to the big cities, you know. Well, this is an investment in Southern Ohio, and certainly so are the other projects that are going on. And we know there's a measure of inconvenience that comes with those investments, but the end result will be a much, much better product for all of us.
And for our children afterwards.
Yeah, and our grandchildren.
Yes.
You know, if you look back into the Chillicothe Gazette archives, for example, or you're just someone who's been around here for a while, you'll know that going back to the 70s and 80s, people were saying, Bridge Street needs fixed. Something needs to happen out here. People ran for city council on the platform of fixing Bridge Street.
Right.
And now here we are doing it. You may have heard the phrase, you don't build a church for Easter. And so you don't always build every road for all of the capacity you think you might need in 50 years. Bridge Street served itself well early on, certainly. And even up until the time we did this project, it was functional, but it really wasn't that functional. It had a lot of safety concerns, we had a lot of crashes, a lot of congestion. And so this will make it better. The other thing that I love about this project is it's not just for vehicular traffic, it's for active transportation traffic. So people who walk, people who are on bikes. There will be a sidewalk over here on the western side of the road. There will be a shared use path on the eastern side of the road. And that will allow people to safely transition through this corridor, no matter if they're in a car, they're on a bike, they're on a skateboard, they're on a scooter, or they're just walking. And that's very important. Every time I've been out here, and I think, Gunnar, we've seen probably a handful of people already.
I saw some on my way here.
Yeah. You know, so, and that's with a not exactly a safe place to walk and bike right now. I can only imagine how many people will take advantage of it when it does become a safe place to walk and bike. And we've seen that all across the city. I obviously can't speak for the city, but I know the city has done a lot to invest in their infrastructure. Yep. And I think we're seeing that pay dividends. So now we're under 35. And so all of this section between these columns, this will be for vehicular traffic. The sidewalk, you can see kind of where that sidewalk's going to go, the grade for that. That'll be on the outside of those columns. And then in 2027, that's when you'll start seeing a lot of the work offline over there to deal with the shared use path.
When this plan was originated and released to us, there was discussion about decoration along the side of the ramps here. Has that changed in any fashion?
No, so we still have what we call pocket parks that will be available along the shared use path. And those are locations where there's a bench for people to take a rest if they need to. And you can see the mast lighting down here, the mast arms for the traffic signals, the additional street lighting. We're replacing a lot of the, some of these were original street lights down through here from going back to the 60s. So a serious upgrade of that. You can kind of see the difference here. The lights that you see at North Plaza, North Plaza Boulevard there, that are just hung by strings. And then once you get to Marietta Road, you see the mast arms, the black mast arms. Those will be the signals that you'll see the entire stretch of this corridor. Just watch that Honda.
You can see where they have already got part of the on-ramp here taken care of. And they've had to do this in different layers. Step down and take a look here.
Yeah, let me show you a couple of things over here. Yeah, that's the form work to show you how thick that concrete slab is. But then if you come over here and look at the original Bridge Street, this is mostly concrete here, but come up here, yeah, here we can see it. So here's your concrete layer, and then your asphalt is this little section here. So this is what we drive on. We can mill that off and bring it back, but this is what's from the 1960s, the original base of Bridge Street. It's been there since Kennedy was president.
So where has all of that was here, it's been removed? Has it been turned into another layer of concrete somewhere?
Yeah, a lot of times they'll grind it up and recycle. Certainly the asphalt, they can do that. The concrete, they smash it and pulverize it, and they can certainly repurpose it as well. This is all new concrete that's been brought in. So this kind of gives you a better idea of the thickness of that slab that is there. And again, that will be there for decades to come. And then just today, they poured the formwork for the gutters and the curbing over there. Mm-hmm. We've got new storm drains, storm sewers out along this corridor. So it should function significantly better as far as draining the roadway off.
This will help also with those folks that like to come down here and then cut all the way over in this lane. They'll be able to do it way back there.
Yeah, so what you're looking at, this far right lane, will be the new dedicated lane from southbound Bridge Street to westbound 35. And so that is a huge advantage to making traffic move smoother on this corridor. And then, of course, like I said, on the northbound side, you're going to have 3 northbound lanes that will go through here. So, you want to go any further? Or?
Let's keep going.
Okay, all right. Gunner's got him a nice ice cold beer waiting at the end of this.
He's getting ready for Brewfest.
Yeah.
Getting ready for Brewfest tomorrow. Not my ward, but still a very good thing for Chillicothe. I think everybody will appreciate a very nice brew.
Absolutely.
Well, you always have to support each ward, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One team, one dream, right?
That's right. It's an at-large dream.
Exactly.
I will point out the rebar over here will help to tie these 2 slabs together when they pour the second slab. So that will keep that joint nice and tight there.
So how long has this been poured?
This was poured last week, and it takes some time to cure.
Sure.
I believe it's about 7 days to get the total cure, and they had cement trucks driving on top of it today, so it certainly has reached cure enough to support a fully loaded cement truck, because that's how they were pouring the curbs.
It's good to see gas under $4 a gallon.
Amen to that.
Look at that, $3.99.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be cool if for America $2.50 they drop it down to $2.50 a gallon? And what the heck? Turn it back to 1776.
Start the campaign now, Dan Ramey. Now you can see just how thick this roadway was.
Yes.
Or is. Still is. And then, of course, once they get everything done here, this will all get a brand new surface of pavement. So,
I know there's a lot of concern back during the holidays when you started striping things, and you have to do it in a temporary fashion. It became difficult to see during the rain, that sort of thing, but I think we made it through it okay.
We did. The temporary paint was just that, temporary, but unfortunately it didn't hold up as well as we had hoped it would, so we had to come back through and do a more robust thermoplastic is what they call it. And it is literally plastic that's heated and melted onto the roadway surface. But they'll replace all of this with new surface course asphalt. We get new reflectors and new paint. I think she's coming in here to Canes, so since she has no break in traffic, we will make the
So what's been the operation of hours for work? I notice there's no construction workers out here right now, but
Yeah.
it's the end of the week. It's 4:15. They probably wrapped
Yeah.
up at 3.
They were actually, we got out here at 3, like probably 3:30ish, and they were breaking camp at that point. And I was out here earlier today at like 10. They had been out here for several hours. So they put in a long day to get that curb guttering. I mean, they basically did all the curb guttering all the way from here down through the 35 ramp. So a lot of work today. And then they were also putting in the forms or the stakes for where the concrete will go down through the rest of the corridor. So a lot got accomplished today. And they start pretty early because obviously it gets a little warmer in the afternoon.
I like just in the amount of time that we've walked up here, we've seen people cooperating,
Yeah.
letting people in front of them and all. That's been a learning curve on that, hasn't it?
It really has. So for example, when we're looking north here from Marietta Road, this far right lane, we've really had to educate people that that is a right turn only lane to keep traffic moving. Because we are restricting you down to one lane once we get here south of Marietta Road. So
And that progressively will change as the
absolutely.
the work continues
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
increase.
But for now, that's the traffic pattern, and you can see most people are adhering to that. You've got a couple people up about halfway. They have their left turn signal on, trying to get over into a break in traffic. But for the most people see that signage. The first sign you would see would be up there at Pawnee, and I'm sorry, Winona. It's Winona, then Pawnee, and that would tell you you need to get over in that left lane if you're, or that, I guess what is ultimately the center lane if you want to continue south on Bridge Street.
Well, we appreciate the walkthrough here today.
I mean, it's been good to be a partner with the city. You guys have done a great job of.
Yeah, you guys have too.
Thanks,
Yeah,
I appreciate
exactly.
that. Yeah, I mean, you know, we obviously put out those weekly updates on Friday on the ODOT District 9 social media page. The city has been a great partner sharing those. We've got a link to our project page, transportation.ohio.gov/Bridge Street, on the city's page as well. The city has been a great partner in this, and so that's why we wanted Gunner to come out here and see this. This is his ward, so you know, a lot of people, 99% of people, see this project from the windshield of their vehicle, and I'm happy to bring people out here too and give them the same tour Gunner did.
Yeah.
You know, to kind of see things. I think that education helps people understand what they're seeing at 35 miles an hour when they go by.
And when you come out here, have your window rolled down, because the aroma right now,
Yeah.
from Applebee's, Cane's,
Oh, yeah.
all of these businesses, Frisch's across the way,
Yep.
on North Bridge Street, they can use every help they can get
Oh,
during
yeah.
this time.
I was gonna say that too. Like this, the conglomeration of smells. It smells amazing out here. You know, outside the construction. But what the city needs, especially, is we need support. You know, we need these businesses to thrive, as much as like Bridge Street's about to thrive. So if everybody watching this can come out and support their favorite local businesses, all these other chains and everything, help out your local neighbors, your family, friends, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit of a headache. I understand. No one wants to do this. Like, we've been walking up and down the street like constantly. It's annoying, but it's important to support local. And it's important to support Chillicothe. So everybody watching this, please support Bridge Street. Do whatever you can.
Yeah.
And if you want to hear more about the conversation that the Chamber has started doing, Wednesday from 9 until 10:30, I believe, they'll have another meeting.
You know, it's one thing when you think about like some of the corporate offices or some of these corporate chains, they'll be fine, the corporate part. What I worry about, and I'm sure you do too, is the servers.
Sure.
They rely on those tips. And I was having lunch yesterday at Bob Evans, talking to the waitress, and she said, you know, things really haven't, they've gotten a little bit better from the first couple weeks, but they're still down significantly. And so, you know, they rely on those tips. So if you do dine in, and hopefully lots of people do, make sure you tip well.
With Matt Bruning, Gunnar Barnes, I'm Dan Ramey. Thanks for watching Litter Media.